Most people who have mediumship abilities just think they're super sensitive or that their mind is making things up. In this video, I'm sharing 4 ways that mediumship abilities first appear, plus why you might be doubting that what you're sensing is real. This is lesson number 1 of a 5-part training. When this video ends, YouTube will automatically take you to lesson 2. How do mediumship abilities first appear? If you're anything like me, you might be feeling a little concerned or weirded out. I was legit wondering if I needed to be institutionalized. If only this lesson that I'm teaching you right now would have found its way to me, then maybe I wouldn't have questioned myself so much. Number 1, you feel drawn to mediumship for any reason and super curious about the other side. That might not sound like a qualification, but let me tell you that I have never met anybody who is drawn to mediumship for no good reason. When spirit pulls you toward this work, it's always for a reason. Maybe it's not about becoming a professional medium. Maybe it's something you do just because you love it. Or maybe it's your own spiritual path to healing yourself or healing and helping others. When I went through my first spiritual awakening, it all started when I was watching this Netflix series that featured Laura Lynn Jackson, a famous medium who you might have heard of. In this Netflix series, Laura Lynn Jackson was teaching mediumship and she was giving readings. I had seen stories about mediums like this on TV or in online videos in the past, and never before had I felt absolutely transfixed. This time, I couldn't leave it alone. It was followed up shortly by an experience where I felt like in the past, I had already learned how to be a medium. It's as if I reached a period in my life where I was perfectly prepared and shaped and molded to now be drawn to mediumship and curious about the other side. Number 2, you feel like you're getting signs from spirit or a past loved one. Maybe you're having dreams. Maybe you are hearing song lyrics that feel uncanny in terms of their timing and significance. Maybe you feel like you're seeing symbols that mean something to you about a past loved one, or something that seems to be hinting at a certain direction you should be going in your life right now. It could be any one of those things or something else, but it feels like a sign from spirit encouraging you. During my first spiritual awakening, when I was starting to get the hint that I might have the abilities to speak to spirits, I actually shared a message with a friend about her past loved one. When I got back to my car, I didn't know if I'd done the right thing, so I asked spirit for a sign. And in my mind, I heard the word hippo. So I thought, okay, I guess a hippo is supposed to be my sign. Now, I live in Colorado, so there aren't any hippos here. And I just forgot about it. But by the end of the day, my daughter, who was just 18 months old at the time, brought me a book to read to her in the afternoon. I didn't want to read the book because it didn't have any words in it, but she insisted, opened the book, and the page that fell open, there was a giant picture of a smiling hippo. It was an animal picture book that I'd looked through 1,000 times in the past, it had felt like. Never once had I noticed the hippo until that day. Number 3, you've wondered if you're sensing someone or something that feels spiritual or energetic. Maybe you've lost a loved one and you feel like you're sensing them around you, or you see something that reminds you of them and you really feel like it's from them. It could be that you're sensing that there are guides or helpers or angels or some other spiritual entity around you guiding you. One of the most impactful times that this happened to me was when I was sitting in meditation and I sensed both of my grandmothers at the same time. To me, it felt like there was one holding each of my hands. This was a really powerful experience for me, and it brought up overwhelming emotion. It was as if I knew that they were near me. And number 4, you feel like you're sensitive to energy and you pick up on the emotions of others really easily. Maybe you feel like you get a really strong feeling about people, good or bad. You might feel like it's easy for you to tell when something is off or just not right, like you're having a conversation with someone and what they're telling you doesn't feel like it's really true. You are likely really sensitive to things like ambiance and environment. Those things matter to you to make you feel like you're comfortable in a space and with people. You feel the emotions of other people really easily, and sometimes you even feel like you know things about them or what's been going on in their life. If one of these things, all of these things, or a couple of these things resonate with you, nothing is wrong with you. These are often the earliest signs that somebody has mediumistic abilities. Yep, that you can talk to dead people. So why do we doubt that that's true for us? Why do we question whether we're making it up? In addition to the fact that most of us have been told our entire lives that this stuff is wackadoodle, it's also because it is so subtle when spirit starts to speak to you. Even though some of the things that happen during spiritual awakenings can feel like the kind of stuff that you just can't make up and so obvious on a certain level, there's also a subtlety about it, that it's just a whisper from spirit, a quick flash of information that's fleeting. In fact, in the next lesson, I'll explain why these experiences are likely happening to you now, how spirits communicate, and what mediumship actually is. Subscribe and watch the next lesson, because most people misunderstand how spirits communicate and how mediums receive messages.